I'm a little shorter than Gino, so. Actually, I just started working a new job. I just started working at a pharmaceutical company. And the first thing that people told me when I got hired there was, wow, you're the exotic white guy with the beard that we hired. I feel like I need to share with you a story about this kid that I work with. His name is Parth. Okay, he's an Indian kid. Nice guy, okay? But he is the type of person where he's just so antisocial and in his own head, and he self-admits that he doesn't eat meals, he'll just eat desserts, if that's the option. I was in work one day, and I'm having a conversation with somebody else. And he interjects, trying to be a smartass. And I'm like, you have no clue what you're talking about. And I said, well, you must be off in Parthland, like in your own little world. And he goes, did I tell you about Parthland? Because I mentioned it to a couple people and I forget who I told them. And I said, no, you're going to tell me about Parthland? Why don't you go on it? I would like to know more. You have a brochure? Okay, give me 15 minutes. And he walks away. He needed to collect his thoughts about this land that he made up in his head. He comes back, and I said, hey Partha, so why aren't you going to tell me about Parthland? He said, yeah, so I didn't really know where to start. There's 7 parks. All have different rides. It's almost like Disney World and Disneyland combined. It's the best. I can't tell you any more of the story because I was laughing so hard I didn't hear any of it. And that was it. You sound disappointed that I couldn't tell you any more about Parthland. I'm going to go ahead on Monday and find more about Parthland. Don't you worry. Last time I was here, I was up here and I did a little segment about how there's things you can only say to somebody you're married to because there's just a bond there and you can get away with saying things that you would never otherwise be able to say. I was telling a story to my wife about work and followed her up to the bedroom. She's probably trying to get away from me because the story's so goddamn boring. She goes in the bathroom, proceeding to tell her about how so-and-so did such and such and it doesn't fucking matter. And she says, cuts me off right in the middle and goes, wait, I'm farting. I was impressed because that was probably a line that I would use to get out of the story. I had questions because was she genuinely interested and she just couldn't concentrate over the sound of her farting? Or because it took so much to just focus on her farting that she couldn't get away with it? I didn't finish the story. We immediately fucking banged because I was so turned on by the Besides things you can't, you can always say to your wife, I've hit a level of nerdiness lately that I just couldn't share with anybody else besides her. Hurricane Sandy hit. And we had to go to my sister's house because we lost power at our house. Didn't know how long we were going to be without it. I'm obsessed with video games. I brought my desktop to my sister's house because we lost power. Clutching the tower in my hand. All the way.
Ever so gently.
Hoping that there would be more than one day we were without power so I could justify bringing my desktop to somebody else's house. Came back. We got power back the next day. Bringing it on the way to the car. I'm holding it like my baby. I'm so excited to hook it back up to my house so I can play. What I didn't tell you is we got a dog right before that. And so she's getting the dog. We got the dog in the back seat. I've got the tower in my hands because of my priorities. We're finally home. Power's back. So excited. She says, can you grab the dog? We're going inside, whatever. I said, but I have this tower in my hand. And she says, just grab the dog. And I lovingly say, you have your baby and I have mine. She grabs the dog, gets out of the car, turns back to me and goes, "This is alive." I never felt so bad about it. So yeah, we got a dog. I'm not a dog person. I grew up with cats all my life. And I don't really know how to act around dogs. Try to act firm. It's hard to act firm with a dog when every other sentence out of your mouth ends in, "It's a good doggy." Blah, 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 blah. And then Uncle Adam comes over. He's trying to tell me, "You shouldn't talk like that to the dog. He's never going to respect you." Uncle Adam comes over. The dog comes to the door, and he goes, "That dog's not going to respect you. You don't treat it, well, whatever. You always baby talk it." And then he goes, "Doesn't Daddy always talk with baby talk?" So I baby talked the dog. The dog is just a joy to be around and loves everything about us. He loves to kind of get intimate. It's on the couch one day with my wife, who's not here, thank God. Sitting in front of her. Dog's on the other couch. We're sitting on the couch, and I just go, "Uh-huh? Uh-huh." And she goes, "But the dog's on the other couch." I said, "He's asleep. He's passed out. To be fair, he's passed out on the couch. He'll never notice." Okay. So, start going at it. And to be fair, okay, I might need to preface this with, this is not how I usually have sex. This is a terrible reenactment. So you know what's going on in the story. Please stop. Please stop.
He's sitting in the front row, please.
You like it?
I'll give you more.
So on the couch.
Front row, you're gonna splash them.
So on the couch. See him, he's dead asleep. Okay, going at it. And then all of a sudden, I look up and he's... And then it becomes this horror movie where, when there's a storm and the lightning hits and it's dark for a while and then you see the hooded figure and getting closer to you all the time. It's like lightning hits and then the dog is all of a sudden off the couch. And I'm just like, no. He's here. No. He's gone. His nose is in my ass. I finished immediately. Alright, that last part didn't happen. He joined in and we all had a great time. That didn't happen either. So now we got to take the dog to classes.
Therapy.
Yes. When you see a therapist, he sees a trainer. So he's going to see a trainer. It's really just a giant ploy to get him to play with other dogs. Because all he likes to do is just, when he's playing with other dogs, just humping other dogs. He's like, "Oh yeah, this is fun, we're playing," and then, "Can I get behind you? This is great. You okay with this?" So then he gets behind the other dogs and he starts humping them. And 3 other owners in the room look at me like I've taught this dog something. And they're watching me, and I'm going, "That's my boy." I mean, stop mounting that dog immediately. Where the hell does he pick up this stuff? That's it for me.